Hey there, and welcome back to Off the Rails, an educational monster train series where we explore content mods for the game. So, we're continuing on with the Pathogens mod. This is this is interesting, right? There's at least 2 episodes I want to do here, but we'll see, maybe there are more. The first thing I want to do is there were a lot of balance changes between this version that I'm currently on and the version that I recorded the previous episode on. So a lot of my opinions on those cards almost certainly will have changed. The other part of this that matters is that I think, however this run goes, win or lose, I will hit level 5, which should unlock the Exile Champion. I haven't played or seen the Exile Champion yet for the mod, so I think that is something I want to check out, right? I want to see what the Exile Champion's all about. So yeah. Now let me see if I can scout the logbook here. Okay, cards, Hellhorned Pathogens. All right, let's see. So first I want to look at the champion. Okay, what do we got? What's different here? All right, so I think, let's see, the ones that I tried were Immunologist 2, and I had, I think, Bioengineer 1. Doesn't look like Bioengineer got touched, but it does look like Immunologist has been nerfed sizably, right? It used to give health 2, as I recall. I'm not crazy about that, right? I'm pretty sure that's a change. So you have to be, I understand this one, right? You have to be very careful about floor wide abilities like this, right? Think about something like Steelworker. Steelworker is an extremely hyper efficient, fantastic unit, one of the few units that applies a floor wide buff. Then think about something like Keeper of Echoes. Keeper of Echoes, very similar, floor wide buff. The more you can jam into the floor, the more damage you can do. This is also especially relevant because this clan does have an Ascend card. We know that. Whereas Wormkin is intentionally balanced around the difficulty of slotting multiple things in a floor. And so Keeper of Echoes is allowed to be that strong because the clan has no movement. So you require the synergy from other clans to create something more potent. So with something like this is powerful, right? This is still good. You can do a lot of damage with this, especially with how easy the clan is to overstack. Now, not giving health anymore certainly puts a damper on that. I'm a little concerned that his stats don't really change here. My guy's got 15 health on level 2. That's pretty rough. These are, in general, I can't really say the level 3s because I did mix and match before, but in general, you gotta need more stats. One of the biggest things about, let me put this in perspective, one of the biggest problems with Glutton Penumbra is the fact that his stats don't change. If this guy rolled up at 50-50, he would be a lot better, right? He would at least have a chance. The problem you face with Glutton right now on Divinity, for instance, is you got to be able to turn one ramp him. And if you can't turn one ramp him, then behold, he's dead on turn 2 to the Divinity sweep. If you're exactly at 100 shards, he could live with 2 health, but you might have to play games like that. Meanwhile, something like, Architect, this is a solid growth, right? 25-20, 50-30, 140. That's a solid unit. We're always happy to see Architect. The fact that he doesn't really jump, the carrier doesn't really jump in stats, this might be something that Hart wants to look at, personally. I'm going to try to do an all-in on one of these paths and see if I can create something really cool here, but I immediately noticed the lack of stats gain here as a potential issue. All right, let's see about the cards. I want to see what changed here. These are only the cards that I've seen. Looks like Asymptomatic Buddy looks the same, although maybe he costs 1 less Ember, which is appropriate. This guy was kind of hard to play. This card's the same. That's the same. It's the same. All right. I don't think that changed. I don't think I even drafted that. This looks the same. This guy was an infusion. What? Has science gone too far? What the heck? What does that mean? That's funny. That's weird. Okay. Culture gain +2 attack and armor. No, his thing is the same. Okay. All right. Bacterial growth. This card's still a bit expensive. Reserve increased damage. Even with like an early permafrost, I'm not sure I would ever really do this. This is like trying to think about this. It's kind of like bad subsuming blade in a way. Interesting. Anyway, hurried exit did get nerfed. Okay, so 2 Ember, ascend a unit and apply SAP 2 still. At 2 Ember? Okay. I mean, this is one of those things, the game is not very granular, right? At 1 Ember, something can be only so strong and it provides a lot of value. At 2 Ember, something needs to be more impactful. Compare this to your Tiresome Climb, right? Tiresome Climb, exact same card, except instead of SAP 2, it's Daze 2. Daze is much stronger than SAP, full stop. Alright, Daze turns off an enemy. SAP 2, don't think that's worth it. This could still be balanced, in my opinion, at 2 Ember, but I would want it to be 2 Ember like SAP 3. Right? It's already difficult enough to double stack, so you're not that worried about it. And double stack -2, it's basically as good as Drain at that point. The Ascend is interesting. Yeah, I still think this needs to be tweaked. I think it's a good nerf because I think this card was a little too powerful for having the rider. Because remember, I mean, you're comparing hurried exit to what, your dripfall, except ascend is stronger than descend in general because you benefits your allies and you can ascend into the top floor. So in general, dripfall is mitigated somewhat by the days being stronger than a sap because it descends. But regardless, I think this could increase the sap and be good. We'll see. I mean, maybe we'll play with it and we'll find out. Q time. I don't think that's different. Deal 2 damage. No, that's the same, I think. I think that's the same. Yeah, it's like Crucible Extension ×2 fused with a virus. Actually, a hyper efficient card. And it's Consume, which is arguably a benefit. Apply Replicate to the front friendly unit, then trigger each unit's culture trigger on this floor. I think that's the same. Oh, buddy. All right, Swarm Tactics got completely slammed here. Let's read this. 3 Ember up from 2. Give a friendly unit, single unit, +1 attack for each friendly unit spawned during this battle. This is an interesting card because now you have, at this Ember cost and for a single target, this is competing with Ritual of Battle, basically. Ritual of Battle is 20 damage, 3 Ember, no games. And you get Rage synergies, and obviously Rage ticks away, but those are essentially a net neutral. So that means you need to spawn 20 units for this to match Ritual. That seems a little aggro, right? Just off the cuff, that feels a little aggro. This got like quad nerfed. It went from 2 cost to 3, the whole floor to 1 unit, and it lost the health. So that's a nerf, and another nerf, basically. It might have gone too far. Unclear. Well, I'll probably want to try this card. But I think for a single unit, you could probably get away with a +2 attack here, numerically. Multi-strand DNA. Apply Replicate. Melee weakness 4. That's up from melee weakness 2, right? I think. Melee weakness 4, that's a big hit. I mean, this is basically the same as One Horn's Tome from the Unofficial Balance Patch right now. I think it's actually exactly the same as the Unofficial Balance Patch One Horn's Tome, just it adds Replicate. And Replicate is such a weird thing. It's basically, I have to assume this means endless once, basically. Which is weird. Why do I care about that here, right? Maybe there are Replicate synergies in this clan, but this just seems like a very bizarre trait to have on a card. Because if I apply that to an ally, that's fine. It's basically, okay, I gave them one-time endless. I don't want my guy that I'm giving melee weakness and multi-strike to die. It's bad. This is basically a consolation prize. So the Replicate is essentially a nothing burger here. But otherwise, I mean, the card I think is fine. Big melee weakness in exchange for multi-strike. I've literally made that same card myself. I think it's good. I think it's a good card to exist. So I'm okay with that. Cool. All right, that was maybe a little bit too much chatter. I managed to at least finish it in 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and get this going. I am going to do another carrier plus random run. Hopefully we see something different. And yeah, so as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully we get to check out some new cards. And yeah, off the rails, man. This series had an amazing pop back. Like, #1 video in views almost immediately, which is a lot of fun. So I'm glad you all are enjoying it. This is a series that I think in general is fun in small bursts. Right? I mean, it's very useful and fun to explore new mods like this, but at the same time, you've just got to be really careful for... I don't think I could run a whole, like, 200 episode series on it. People would get bored pretty quick. But exploring new clans and things that show up, that's fun. I like doing it, and apparently you all like watching it, so that's great news. All right, cool. Let's get in on it. Today, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just great. Today we are default Pathogens, Allied, and then default Hellhorned. We're facing Rage Talos and Curse Arcus, Diligent Seraph, a spicy combo. We have, we get the swarm tactics here. Very interesting. We'll have to see how it performs. I'm interested. My gut tells me this is going to underperform at its current balance by just a hair. I think you could get away with a +2 attack at this particular balance scale. Alternatively, I think you could take this same balance and then make it 2 costs still, right? You've successfully nerfed the really dangerous part of this, which is full floor-wide scaling of both health and attack. I think the card text is fine if you're going to keep it at 2 Ember, but at its current card text, I mean at a current Ember cost, you need a +2. We get the room for growth. I think this card is nuts. Not like busted, but it's really efficient, right? This is Crucible Extension on roids, in the sense that 1, Crucible Extension wishes it consumed, right? You don't want to be playing that card a bunch. 2, it gives +2 space immediately instead of +1 space. Huge. And 3, it also triggers culture because it summons a dude, right? Actually crazy. I think you could completely get rid of the recombinant virus on this card and it would still be good. It would be a good card. I would take this card when I needed the space. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. Right now, this is hyper efficient. I think in general, if I were talking about the balance of this clan in general, it's very hyper efficient. Not necessarily overpowered. It just does a lot of the things that it wants to do, right? All the things play nice with each other in a very, very clean way, which is good. It feels good to play, but it makes it extremely strong. So it's hard to balance card against another card in a vacuum there, because you have to consider it within the whole of Pathogens, and frankly, I don't know what the whole of Pathogens is yet. We're going to look at the champion first, because I want to see what we're getting, because I'm not used to this. Bioengineer. Draw a unit and apply stats to all units in the hand. This could draw an imp, which is bad. Maybe? Kind of? Sort of? You don't want your imps to have more health, though, if you're going to play, if it's an endless imp. Now, think about the end game here, though, right? Maybe it's like a plus, I don't know, 40 plus 20 or something? I don't know. That's a pretty good buff to your floor. It's like a really... It's basically, at that point, that's like, what, Primordium? I guess it really depends on what the numbers are. It's basically like Aggressive Edible to at that point, though. Kind of. Aggressive Edible, of course, going nuts and being 120 attack, but, you know, this affects potentially 2 units as opposed to 1. Or we can just summon a recombinant virus on a resolve trigger. Honestly, I'm into it. We're going to try it. I'm going to go in on Patient Zero and see what the heck this does. I'm interested. This just seems more fun to me. I didn't even look at the map. Let's look at the map. I'm so excited about the champion, I didn't even look at the map. Temples today are on ring 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5 temples all late. Fun. Interesting. We have a removal dupe on steel side on 8. Neat. Random dupe cave money on 7. Competes with a magic shop vortex. No steel. Steel and magic on 6. No vortex here. Magic shop has cave and horde. That's pretty strong. Steel shop kind of got the short end of the stick there with health and money, but fair. Steel shop cave horde on 5. Trinket shop vortex. So no magic there. So pretty well balanced so far. But then we lose a steel shop on 4, which means we get double steals early. We get a pathogens banner on 4, competing with a vortex magic shop. The Hellvent is on the pathogens banner side. Double steel early as expected. Hellborn pathogens on steel side on 3. Hellborn pathogens on magic side on 2. Interesting. Now the cool thing is, Carrier plays nice with these swarm tactics, right? Because they're going to be... If this thing... I don't know how this is going to scale. Maybe this goes 1, 2, 3. And in that case, that makes swarm tactics pretty viable. If it's 1, 1, 2, I'm going to be really interested in what the second level is. But if it's 1, 1, 2, then it's going to be a bit slow. But we'll see. We'll see. What are you? Herschel's Anvil. Non-champion units that start with 3 or more space gain trample. I actually think this is a very dangerous relic. I've talked about this. It's kind of cool that it showed up. I've talked about this in chat before, but basically it's dangerous. Non-champion helps. This apparently is a change in the recent version because I believe it used to just affect everything. But you know, you have to think about this in the context of, okay, quick sweep, trample, Windleton suddenly pops off and becomes insane. There's a lot of things that this does. This is like suddenly Architect Penumbra is trampling now. You know, there's a lot of things that this does that are silly. But restricting it to non-champions... I mean, I'm still going to take this. Because if this works on like Demon Fiend, suddenly Demon Fiend is nuts, right? Take the money here. Alpha Fiend goes crazy. I mean, I think this is a dangerous relic, is the way I would describe this. Oh yeah, it's super free, right? The recombinant virus completely demolishes front lines here. We have torches. I don't think this Mark of Invasion is any risk. Alright, cool. Neat. Yeah, you just gotta be careful with things that affect entire floors like that, in my opinion. Train Steward, cool. I'm going to shoot them double here, save some health. Neat. Great. I'm going to get a little buddy. He's going to blow everything up. This looks different. Used to kill the whole floor. What's not killing the whole floor? When this unit dies, apply Contagion 4 to the front enemy unit. Ooh. Not the whole floor now. So it's only killing because the contagion, let's see, at the end of turn, each unit with contagion applies contagion 1 to all enemy units. If a unit has contagion stacks at least equal to its health, it then takes damage equal to a number of contagion stacks. So it dies. Shouldn't it apply contagion to everyone? Right? At the end of turn, each unit with contagion applies contagion 1 to all enemy units. So this thing dies, it applies contagion 4 to the front enemy unit. This then, at the end of turn, should apply contagion 1 to all enemy units. If a unit has contagion stacks at least equal its health, it then dies. It takes damage equal to that, which... That basically means they all have 1. They should die, right? This is... spawning more guys does nothing? What is happening here? Okay. Contagion 8. Fine. Oh my god, he gets shot. And it gets wasted. Ugh. He attacks. Alright, that's a tragedy. I get it. I get what's happening here. It's a tragedy that it's happening. But I get it. Alright, that's a bummer. Okay. Alright. Okay. Sure, seems good. Monster Train. Okay, I'm gonna have to think about that a little more. I can't... It doesn't work if the enemy dies, right? Let's play one Swarm Tactics. Yeah, see, plus 11 is just not as good. That is a lot of face tanking, though, I'll tell you that much. This guy tramples, which makes it kind of funny, but it does mean he's getting, what, like 27? I think he actually dies the contagion, which is kind of cool. Okay, so we take some damage because we have to be careful not to kill our own guy who has the contagion. Got it. Deal 2 damage and apply contagion 6. Attune, deal 50 damage to the front enemy unit, then deal 50 damage to the front friendly unit. I still think this card is really weird. There's pretty much never a time I want to click this. I guess it's okay if I put this on random floor, right? This is actually really good. I can just play it on a random floor. Never mind, I'm going to click it. You don't have to play it with your allies on the floor, right? Vent. Give me that sweet, sweet vent, please. Okay. I would like to see the Pathogens banner, but... I mean, -1/-1 is not terrible here, I suppose. Sure, you know what? We can make a Swarm Tactics cost 1. It's okay. Magic Shop says double stack. None of these affect it. 10 in piercing. I mean, that's pretty efficient, right? We'll do that. Pathogens banner. What are you? The roaming macrophage. What is this? Quick. Slay. +3 attack and health. So this is better Animus of Speed? Right? Am I wrong about this? Yeah, even its infusion is better Animus of Speed. Okay. Weird. Neat. Asymptomatic Carrier does get trample from the Herschel's Anvil, but... I mean, the culture is pretty cool, right? It synergizes with Carrier here. Is this actually a line that seems functional to you? Just play tons of Contagion? Is that good? It just seems really impossible to actually kill the Divinity with Contagion, right? It doesn't feel efficient in that respect. I don't think you can lean into it like this. This macrophage seems functional, I suppose. A slay trigger and quick. I'll take him. I think that's better. Double stack, no. I'm going to put a +10 in Mr. Feverish Response. That seems good. I'm going to -1/-1 one of these Swarm Tactics. Holdover goes into Vent here for sure. We'll find a +30 or something for it. Make one of these Swarm Tactics cheaper. Put another +10 in a Feverish Response. It's pretty good. It's a good card. I don't hate that. Let's probably save it for a 10 in piercing, though, actually. We'll take the money because there is a steel shop coming up. We'll see. Unit draft. Yeah, sure. I'm not sold on these banner units. These banner units are weird. Right? It's like, okay, cool, I play this guy. But why? Right? It's just kind of weird. He'll kill a dude, which is cool. We blast one guy here. Oh, funny enough, it kills my own unit too, which is cheeky. We're going to ping in the back for sure. I might blow the guy up downstairs, though, actually. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, we take some damage. That's okay. The vent is not it. It is as simple as room for growth, I think. And then we just airdrop in some more of these dudes and we chill. Sure, fine. I take one. All good. Virion is really good, because when you summon it like this, it doesn't get Ember Drain, and that's pretty efficient in my opinion. We should crush this, right? I've got a ton of tanks. Well, it's slower than anyone wanted, but we do get there. He just punches a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, fair enough. We get the kill at least, which is cool. 3 damage taken, not a problem. Life Elixir. Apply Replicate to a friendly unit. I don't want this. There's pretty much never a moment when I want this, though, right? Am I missing? When do I want single-use rep endless? This doesn't work on Virions because they're cardless. This is like really bad version of what? The Waxen Tome? What is it called? Melting Tome? What is that card called? It's not Melting Tome. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the Melting Tome card. Where is it? Find it. Remnant Pact, of course. It's called something else. Yeah, it's the tome, though. Endless is just very efficient. Very good. This doesn't seem good. Maybe there's got to be some synergy I'm missing here, right? Maybe you put this on what? What is the idea? Like you put this on the carrier that summons units and gives them stats, and then you just play it again, and hopefully you haven't played your cards. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna click on Viral Outcropping. Consumes. It's 2 for 2, right? It's a more efficient version of your boy Virion in terms of draw count. So sure, cool, fine. Summon more guys. Make my swarm tactics better. Hornbreak is a good ping here that I think I will take, yes. This doesn't feel like it's doing much, is my main problem here, right? This just doesn't feel like much is happening, really. Okay, so Alpha Fiend's infusion makes roaming macrophage busted. Cool, we're gonna click on that. Thanks, Alpha Fiend. Very neat. We're going to go to the right here. Quick. Nope. Hellborn Pathogens banner. What are you? Virodemonologist, huh? What if I just don't play roaming macrophage and I just play culture, big stats, and then we put Alpha Fiend inside of it and go nuts? Right? Oh, wait, what? Whoa. Antigen Mimic. Restore 5 health to all friendly units and apply regen 2. To all friendly units? Wow. Wow, that's really good. Wow, okay. That's really good, actually. That's extremely hyper efficient. Wow, that unit is nuts. Hold up. I'm over here just thinking to myself, and then it's like, hey, wait, actually, isn't this crazy? I want that guy. Huh. What a good unit. Now, granted, this doesn't play nicely with Thornhollow. I'm trying to think, you can't really make this guy your main line. He doesn't do anything besides keep your floor alive. So he's basically like your steelworker here, I guess. Right? He's like your clan's steelworker. So that's cool. I don't know if I want it on this particular run, but I love it. I love that. I think the play here, though, is Virodemonologist. We're going to put Alpha Fiend into Virodemonologist, giving him trample, and then he just cultures out a ton of armor for himself, and we cruise. That's a line and a half. We love it. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll this. I honestly don't hate giving him quick. Right? He's going to be quick trample, and then I find a multi-strike and he goes mad with power. Look at this horde first, right? Oh, baby, Railhammer. Iron Drop Cage. It's definitely Railhammer. That's... okay, cool. Virodemonologist suddenly got even more nuts. Good. Good unit. Good. I like him having quick, actually. Just straight up unironically quick. He swings. Tramples. The only thing holding me back is I go to 160 here. I don't want a tiny stone even if they show it to me. Big unit is good, so alright, go to the cave first. Maybe it gives me money. Yeah, alright, gives me money. Incredible. I'll take this risk. It's fine. We won't take 8 damage. Look, it could be way worse, alright? It could be way worse. Reroll this. Endless. Alright, it's not fantastic. I'm going to put a plus 25 in the roaming macrophage. Just... Actually, I'm going to put this into Alpha Fiend. Yeah, Alpha Fiend is chilling. Okay. Cool, let's move on. I think we still win this, even at 8 health. We just have to be, you know, cautious. Cautious, right? It's fine. Okay, so I want Viridemonologist on the floor with Carrier. And I wish to play Big Alpha Fiend Brother. Yeah, he's just gonna kill things, for the record. Cool. So we go Virion upstairs. Now, we're gonna lose Alpha Fiend pretty quickly here, and it's gonna have to be okay. It's fine. I could actually keep him alive, which is pretty funny, right? And then... You what? We vent? We vent middle, and I think Alpha Fiend pretty much murders a man. Sure. Alpha Fiend punches. Great. We spawn a thing. We're getting a ton of armor. Hyper efficient here. Viral outcropping is big. Alpha Fiend, you're Dunskies, brother. I could save him, and I wonder if I should. I think I should, right? How are you still dying? Oh, it gets swept out. Garbage. Okay. Forgot all about that. Yeah, bummer. Oh no. I am dying. Okay, alright, alright. Hold up, hold up. I must protect the Alpha Fiend. I think Alpha Fiend might actually be better than Culture Brother, right? I actually think we go Viridemonologist, Trample Brother, and then we Carrier middle, as weird as this is. This is such a weird clan. Okay. Mid-floor is not looking great. That's fine. Okay, our man is passing away. I spawn a dude up top. Seems okay. Sure. Looks cool. He punches, he gets hit. We scale. Fine. Alright. I can't really do a ping situation here. So, it's what? Fledgling him, bent, and we at least do 21 here? Sure, right? The question is, how do I not lose to this Forged Disciple? And the answer is... Great question. Man, I tell you what, man, Contagion is super weird. I'm gonna drop this. So, how does that work? The Contagion stacking here, right? This doesn't actually do anything. Alright, that's a real weird situation to be in. I think, how do you have to play this? I'm learning the clan, okay? Bear with me here. I think... I want Alpha Fiend with Carrier here? Is that correct? Maybe. Play the Macrophage, and that looks pretty okay. And then you drop in the Virion. This seems better. This seems better, right? Okay, mid-floor is looking rough, but we expected as much. Then we do single vent and we get the Slay, and that's acceptable. Okay. It's tough getting Alpha Fiend to scale is the trick, right? Now this works because we're killing the front guy. So, but I only do 30 up top, so I'm taking 45 here, it looks like. There's really no benefit to viral outcropping here. So I feel like... I don't feel like viral outcropping really adds much, besides making Vera Demonologist feel a little stronger. I wanted to hold over that vent here. Yeah, because this guy gets put down, and that's okay. I can put him 42. This guy hits me twice. Okay, so this is a really, really weird clan. I think we want to have Macrophage in the back, so the guy generating armor is tanking, right? So I think... I don't hate the way this is coming around, right? This guy gets hit, it's fine. He gets punched, sure, sure, sure. Why did the preview show -4 for him? Weird. And then you want to put roaming Macrophage in the back. And then we Virion here to scale. Yes. Okay. What is the play? Triple vent here is probably correct. Yes, I think. Is combat preview correct? That guy should be dead, right? I think combat preview is busted here. Right? Yeah, I think combat preview is broken. It's okay, I don't hate it. +3, fine. Guy still hits me for a bunch. Alpha Fiend is not doing heavy lifting here. Maybe it's the Macrophage? Man, it's so weird trying to learn a new clan. I haven't done this in a while. So... Vero Demonologist plays nice with the Macrophage floor. Maybe I play him up top? And then we go... What? Alpha Fiend? Carrier here? Weird. Okay, I do think Macrophage chilling upstairs is correct. And then I think we Virion downstairs. Sure. Sure. And we're going to play Fledgling Imp up top. And then we chill. I'm going to play the Fledgling Imp downstairs as well. It at least hits that floor. Sure. Okay. I'm just exploring stuff, and this is very strange, but... Bottom floor dies, but is clear. $38 in the back here is pretty good. Now, I can apply how much? This applies 12 contagion, which is not enough to kill him because of the way this works, right? True. Now, bottom floor clears itself out. Sure, sure. We go, what? Virion, Virion, and pump the numbers in the back. We still get at this. The thing that's... I need to kill this front guy, and then that floor wins. This is really weird. I feel like this should have been strong enough to kill a 4 damage guy at 35 shards, but doesn't seem to be getting there. Vero Demonologist is a bit of a bummer upstairs. He's chilling. It's, you know, it is what it is. I kind of don't want to sacrifice Carrier like this. I don't want to put Alpha Fiend in this kind of trouble. I'm going to play Alpha Fiend middle floor. And then what? Just sack Carrier entirely? That doesn't seem right. He's definitely stronger than that. Upstairs. I wonder if I need to have him in the back or what. Yeah, this is not doing much better. That trample is really good. Right? Really good. But I have to hold on to this, I think. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I don't know about this. This seems much worse. Yeah, this is considerably worse on the bad floor. I think I can do better, but I just need to think about this, right? The Alpha Fiend does a lot of heavy lifting. I really like Alpha Fiend in general. He's doing a lot of good work here. What if I do Alpha Fiend and then we do Vero Demonologist in front and Carrier goes middle? I kind of want to see if I can let Alpha Fiend swing on these guys and stack up big numbers, though, is actually where I'm at. And then we just load up the floor and we sack a train steward and we hope for the best. This is just a really weird learning situation, right? Yeah, Alpha Fiend absolutely clobbers here, which is cool. Ah, right. Can't summon units like that. Got it. That's a bummer. Okay, that's a bummer. Got it. Great. Wonderful. Hold over the vent, I guess. I don't know if I need the vent. That was a mistake to play it that way, for sure. But we go upstairs, we just create face tank here. And then you Virion, and he tramples this, and it's close to perfect. He gets triple strikes here, which is good. Great. Still not working. The Demon Fiend does good work, but I think we need Carrion to do some heavy lifting here. So it's very strange, right? We want Carrion to do some work. I think it is the Alpha Fiend Carrion play downstairs just to sacrifice him. And then we go upstairs with the other approach. That trample does a lot of heavy lifting. And you can face tank with a train steward up top or on bottom, right? Which is pretty good. I kind of want the roaming macrophage to get these slays, so we put it in front. Weird, but valid. Then we go Fledgling Imp upstairs, and wait, Fledgling Imp downstairs? We hold over the vent because I do think I will need it. The Alpha Fiend does a lot of heavy lifting there. I need to do 5 damage to this thing in front now. So I think we play a viral outcropping upstairs here. It's good. That clears it all out. Am I doing enough damage in the back here? Possibly. Then we vent. Yes. I think we can maybe pull this off, right? It works if I play vent at 2. Alright, we managed to get through that combat, or that turn at least. Now the question remains, do we win the combat? Good question. Unclear to me. I think we want to go swarm tactics here, and then we vent this out and we chill. I think we do, right? We get out of this combat? I think so. Guy walks, but he has no damage. And this wins, right? Crazy. Okay, we take 0. How bizarre. I don't know if I would have ever navigated that normally, but that's... We're learning a new clan. Restore a friendly unit to full health and remove all debuffs. Are there any self-imposed debuffs in this clan? Not that I've seen so far. So the debuff situation doesn't seem that useful. Okay. Full health is good, right? I like healing. I could alternatively just take Transcend Imp here. Transcend Imp with like a Fledgling Imp infusion can do some serious work on this run. But it's going to be difficult because my floor will be overfilled with Virions. I'm going to take Miraculous Recovery because it seems useful. Oh, baby, Steelworker. It's hard to argue with Steelworker. Okay. What we're going to do here is I'm going to do an infusion of Alpha Fiend into Viro Demonologist. And that will be incredible survivability. And I'm going to kind of hope that Carrier just gets better with stats and becomes a viable tank. I should really just take Steelworker and maybe give up on Carrier if his stat line is bad. Let's take Steelworker. It's very likely that Steelworker with Railhammer is just straight up stronger than Carrier here. Card draw? Ember? I honestly have no idea. We're pretty Ember hungry, admittedly. We are. It's true. It's hard to imagine. Magic Shop coming up. I get the Vortex. We'll cut some stuff. That Magic Shop is -1/-1, which is pretty good. I'm hopefully going to hit up +30. Maybe it is just draw. I'm going to take draw. We can evaluate the other situation later. I'm thinking it's go left. I don't have the dupe here. I don't need another banner. I think we have the plan. Health. Do the infusion. The infusion is the Alpha Fiend into... Where is it? Viro Demonologist. He goes 3 space. Okay. He should have trample. Excuse me. Let's start with 3 or more? Excuse me? Is that implying that making it... It starts with 3 or more right now. Are you telling me that that doesn't work? Oh, I mean, we just lose, right? I'm banking on the trample. I was 100... This whole line only works because of trample. Alright. This wording is garbage. That makes me very frustrated. Alright, great. How are we going to win now? I honestly don't know. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. Wow, that is absolute garbage. Dang, alright. I'm so upset about that. Okay, we gotta cut cards and try to come up with something good here. I think it's Train Steward. Alright, what do we get? Do you get stats? Summon 2 recombinant viruses. Yeah, I mean, stats are good. Patient 0, let's go. Okay. Double stack, no targets. 20 consume? Yeah, I'll torch 20 consume. Seems good. A -1. Swarm tactics. We're going to be playing that whenever we see it, pretty much. Permafrost? -1 swarm tactics. Another 20 consume on torch? Sure. Fine. I saved my health, my money. We're not taking anything else because that completely... If this is supposed... that start with 3 or more is supposed to imply before upgrades, that is ridiculous. This needs to say... If this is how it's supposed to behave, it needs to say outright... unupgrade units that are 3 or more space before upgrades. That start with is so ambiguous. This 100% reads like this should work to me. All right, we're moving on. I'm actually upset about that. That's crazy. We are so weak now. We are unbelievably weak right now. Okay. All right. How can I get away with armor emblem? I don't think so. Nope, I don't think so. All right. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, no, it worked. Huh. All right. So I'm not mad about it. Well, I'm actually stronger than I thought I was then. What a strange situation. So wait, it didn't upgrade... That's definitely buggy then, right? So it didn't upgrade directly, but it fixed itself at the start of the next combat. Interesting. Okay. Fair enough. We're just gonna play big guy. This is the line, right? This is the play. And then he tramples up. He gains the culture benefit, right? Did that work right? Logbook. Did he have 5 stats before that? Unit. Yeah, okay, he starts at 5. I thought he started at 10 for some reason. Anyway, and now, I mean, now it is we spam Virion because reasons, right? We spam Virion. I need to kill my own Virion because enemies are not able to spawn. Got it, right. I have too many units on my floor. Suffering from success. Okay. Yikes. Enemies are not spawning, or I'm not spawning units because I can't get them all killed fast enough. Right. It's tough. I think we've ping here. How does this not kill him? Man. Bummer. Oh, it's because he attacks and kills and... Oh, gosh. It's so ridiculous what's happening here. Are we actually secretly very weak here? One, two, three, four, five, six. Huh. You know, this clan... I'm not so sure about this clan. This this behavior is bad. So I have to kill my own units, and I'm self-scale limited. I think I have to replay this combat. That doesn't seem like that works the way I want it to. It almost feels like Virion is redundant with the champion, which is bad, right? So I play like this. I wonder if it is just better. Do I play him in back? Ping. Steelworker. I have to self-ping my own things here. This is actually necessary, in my opinion. +5. I think we put the roaming macrophage down. Remember, because we're overstacking, so these Virion are not good, right? I have to self-ping the Virion so we can fit more on the floor. I think that's accurate. So we go Virion scale. Okay. I need to do... The problem is I'm like, my floor is now full, right? My floor is now very full. Let's ping out the Curse Boy, maybe? And then we single vent. Or no, I'm not going to ping that out. We do it this way, right? This is acceptable. He kills one, then we spawn. Fine. I'm going to kill my own unit here to spawn another one. This does not behave the way I want it to. Okay, you kill at least a couple of them, though. Then they go up. I'm not dead. By the way, something is wrong with the... Something is 100% wrong with... What's it called? The combat preview here. Okay, we want him to trample through, though. The trample through is good. So I think we just go weight of contrition here. And we just hold the vent for next turn. Does he win? He wins, right? He super wins, I think. Yeah, he super wins. Okay, we get through this combat now. This is strange. Okay, we got through it. This is just, it's peculiar because the way Contagion works is counterintuitive in a way. It's confusing how that behaves. Draw a unit and reduce its cost by 1, -1 draw next turn. It's not terrible. I don't want to use this to pull an imp, though. It's like... It's okay. It's like, I kind of wish this was just Prism Retrieval, right? You can play Prism Retrieval at 0, it draws a card, and then you can't play it, and that's okay, unless it already costs 0. Do I want Fervent Scratching? Do I need more pings? No, Vent is better. Alright, we skip that. Important Work, Pyre Chomper, Branding Right is pretty decent. I'm quickly realizing I think I needed to take Ember. Now that I'm realizing I need to ping out all my own viruses because they do not die. Important Work, Branding Right. I'm going to skip that, actually. That's fine. We should play it cool here. I'd like to find a multi-strike, I think. Yeah, we're going to go left. The Horde today says Conscription Notice or Lightstone Casing. I'm going to grab Conscription Notice. It'll help right now. Give me a +30. Thank God. Alright, plus 30 vent is online. We have 10 in piercing, which is... I guess I could play that on feverish response. It's pretty decent, right? I don't hate it. Sure, we'll take it. Give me a multi-strike, Monster Train. No multi-strike, that's okay. No offense taken. I might keep this Steelworker, so we're going to buff him. Yeah, multi-strike, okay. Vero Demonologist now scaling twice as fast. Put a plus 25 in Steelworker, and suddenly I'm feeling really good about this. Give me an overstack now. I don't want to trade Pyre Health. Straight up, I think I walk away from this. We're in a situation where I'm not certain about my understanding of the clan. Obviously. Right? Obviously. And I value my health too much, and I don't want to spend my money. Goodbye. Do not waste my time. Shut up, goon. Shut up, buddy. You don't control me. You're not the boss of me. Do I remove a card? I think I don't need to. I have all the upgrades I want. I'm not going to take an endless. Am I going to do anything with roaming macrophage from this perspective? No, I don't think so. Nah, I think we actually do cut him. He's in the way. Goodbye. Okay, cool. Now we move on. Good grief. This is one heck of a run of Monster Train. Mark of Invasion? Please. Absolutely. 100%. Wonderful. Vero Demonologist shows up immediately and just punches out everything. We play Carrier in the back because Vero Demonologist is also a tank. Weird, but true. Now, the biggest challenge, of course, is I need to spend all of my energy killing my own units. 100%. I need to kill all of my own guys. Self-ping. Seriously, though. Self-ping. Don't play other cards. Vent? I'm going to put Vent downstairs. I want to soften up some of these big waves for him. Okay. Shoot your own units. Okay. We can play a Virion now. I'm going to... Let's see, what is he doing? 85 by 2. Now we're cleaving this. Hold on to the vent, but... Yeah, the whole... This is what I was hoping this would do, right? So now the only thing I have to do is figure out how in the world I'm actually killing my units, right? Because... It's not easy. In fact, I can't actually get rid of them. Okay, you know what? Feverish Response actually does blow up a unit. It's good. Swarm Tactics. Swarm Tactics is definitely needing to do a little more damage. But really, I'm just struggling. I'm suffering from success here. Okay. Steelworker. Fledgling Imp. We're going to vent the floor. Okay. The plan here is I want to buy time. Here you go. Wickless Baron. Get in there, champ. Virion. Virion. We shoot our own guy upstairs. We vent the boss. This should buy a ton of turns, right? Just all of the turns, actually. Hey, you haven't even get swung on. There you go. Alright. It should be simple. Plus 21. You blow up your own thing. You hit a Virion. You vent. Yeah, okay. This is what we want this run to look like. Alright, we're getting there. I just need to kill my own units better. Okay. Apply Replicate to a friendly unit. I still don't want that. Reserve. Apply Damage Shield 1 to a random friendly unit on your floor where your turn ended. I don't want that. My floor is already hard enough to kill. Apply Sap 1. Consume. Apply Sap 5. Reserve. Apply Sap 1 to enemy units on the floor where your turn ended. This card is insane. This card is insane. I'm taking that card immediately. What? Sap 5? Give me a magic shop. We're going there right away. If I see a double stack, this is, I mean, that's game winning on its own. That's nonsense. Mark of an Exile. Yeah, absolutely, sure. Give me an overstack. Health. You know what? Health. Yes. Health. For sure there, bud. 50 health. Absolutely. Love that for me. Well worth it. Okay. -2. Alright, give me a remove consume. No. Alright, I need to kill my own units very efficiently. So we're going to go -1 plus 10 Hornbreak real fast. Just so it's free. I'm going to re-roll this guy. Yeah, alright. Remove consume on sympathetic aim assist. And then I'm going to -2 that card. And cool. We've answered the run. Fantastic. Intrinsic here is... Honestly, I don't want any of this stuff on Intrinsic. I could dupe self-infuse the Steelworker, which is pretty tempting. I should be on the lookout for anything that says Ascend at this point as well. I would happily get him on the floor. In fact, I actually think Carrier is redundant. I think I'm at a point where my Virion and my recombinant virus from the viral outcropping are unable to keep ahead, right? We simply... Maybe on the Divinity this will be cracked because he sweeps, right? But otherwise, it's tough. -1 a torch. You think I'm kidding? I'll 25 and torch another one. Get rid of it. It's fine. It's kind of like a pseudo get rid of it. We'll move on from here. Alright. Man, the roller coaster of emotions of this anvil, of it not working and then suddenly working on the beginning of the turn of combat was ridiculous. Yeah, but seriously, I actually think we play Carrier on a different floor, right? Just straight up. Siren of the Sea? Sure, why not? I kind of don't want a double daze here, but it's not bad. It's a decent tank, I suppose. Sure, we'll take it. I guess. Fine. I am going to avoid curses. I'm going to hold over the vent for now. Okay. Ah, right. Of course. He's 3 space. I'm a fool. Hold up. I forgot about this. I forgot he's 3 space. Yep. I'm a genius. Okay, we get the man upstairs. We'll play the Carrier middle. I'll play the Siren middle. Fine. We ping downstairs. Fine. Vent middle. Cool. Alright. Neat. Now we get to play the man upstairs. This just feels better, right? We now go Virion here. He gets enough scaling from this that I have no fear. Now, this does mean he's not getting enough tramples, which is a bit of a bummer, but, you know, fine, I suppose. I can at least, swarm tactics him a bunch? I'll take this next curse. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, mid-floor, man. It's just really hard to kill all these units. Ah, yes. Here's 5 sap. What a good card. Oh, no! My virus is getting armor. Hold up. It's too powerful. Oh no. In fact, I am the fool. The armor generation is too much. Wait, I just generated like 8 curses on myself. It's doomed. Oh my god, no, I changed my mind. Steelworker, no. It's... it's way too hard to actually kill these things. Alright. Steelworker is going to live on middle floor. Carrier is going to chill up here. Here you go, Steelworker. There you go, bud. Alright. Fantastic. Hold on to the vent. What a ridiculous floor. What is happening? The daze actually helps because otherwise I couldn't play my guy, which is something I should actually be worried about. Maybe I get rid of Steelworker. He's so good, but I'm suffering from success is the problem, which is very funny, I think. Extremely funny, in fact. Vent downstairs, of course. It's just really entertaining how rough the situation is. Here, we buff the lads and then we vent downstairs. I don't want these curses. I'm gonna need to draw torches, buddy. Buddy, I need some help. Kill him, please. Thank you. Vent downstairs. I need Ember very badly, is what I'm learning. Cool. I go Feverish Response. Fantastic. Miraculous Recovery. The problem is these recombinant viruses are just fully unhelpful. It's very difficult. The fact that these are actually... the starter hurts my champion. It feels like I'm playing Soul Guard, but worse, right? It's just rough, man. I don't really know what else to say here. Okay, shoot the unit. Shoot the unit. Play Virion. Swarm tactics. Okay, and now see the problem is, of course, none of them are dying because he's quick, right? I need to not... The quick was super wrong, is what I have learned at this point. I was thinking, yeah, him hitting first is great. No, in fact, it's terrible. Terrible and bad, and I should feel bad. Got it. Absolutely awful. My floor is impossible. Anyway, here's some more sap, buddy. There you go, champ. Vent the boss? Sure. I don't really need the vent anymore, actually. I can just drop that, I think. Kill your own unit, please. Thank you. Kill another unit, please. Thank you. Swarm tactics? Great. Bottom floor does excellent. I'm going to skip this vent here. Extinguish trigger, fantastic. Alright. We win. Look. It wasn't pretty, but we got there. Hey, look, it's finally as good as a ritual battle. This has been ridiculous. Okay, so quick was a terrible idea. Got it. 100% makes sense. Cool. Pandemic. Apply Contagion 20 to enemy units and then deal damage to enemy units equal to the amount of contagion on all units. Isn't this secret? This is the secret tech to making Contagion actually feel good, right? You play... The problem is it's a rare card, so you have to wait. You have to hope you hit this. This is not what I'm taking now, but this is the secret tech to making Contagion actually work. It's gonna be really hard to assemble, but there you go. That'll do it. Good grief. All right, we're skipping this. I don't need it. All right, I need Ember desperately, but I also really want to redraw my pings. So, you know, there's also that. Anyway, I'm taking Ember and you can't stop me. Good grief. This run has been a nightmare. It's up, it's down, it's left, it's right. I kind of want to dupe the sap card because it's really strong, but what do I need from the removals? I think Steelworker is a trap. My recombinant viruses become too durable. It's not a bad thing necessarily. It makes your floor very survivable, like ridiculously durable. The problem, of course, is that I can't scale my guy outside of the Alpha Fiend infusion, which is pretty spicy, I think. I'm going to go left here. I think the dupe is better than anything else I could get at this point. Let's see what we get in the cave. Random cards. Consumables. Total Recall. I was hoping for Broken Memories. I'll sell it. It's fine. Awoken. Melting Remnant. Would I take a Wildwood Sap here? No. Not a chance. Alright, fine. It's okay. Alright, let's see how bad this is. Summon 3. Oh no, I don't want to summon 3. You can't make me. It's so bad. It's like this is like absolutely chaotic. It's terrible because I've given myself quick. I'm suffering from success. I guess, you know what? Whatever, brother. Let's click it. I'm going all in. I can't even... I'm over here about ready to dupe this Sap 5 card because sapping the Divinity to 0 is a great way for me to lose. Kind of? Maybe? We're going to do it. I think it's right. -2. Honestly? You think I'm kidding? I might -2 some random card. Sure, honestly, make it playable, please. Fine. I'm not gonna purge these things. It's fine. This is crazy. I'm obviously playing this wrong, right? I'm learning along the way. The Winged Horde. I'm probably going to pass away by doing this. Yep. Great. It's okay because they have extinguish triggers, right? It's fantastic news. Cool. So we're going to play Steelworker up top today. And I'm going to go Carrier middle. Wickless Baron. Sure, buddy. Let's go, bud. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wait. No, I had space here. I could have done this? Wait a second. No. Wait a second here. Hold up. I want to see if I can pull off the coolness of it all. I wanted to... So, with room for growth, this is a net space gain of 1. It doesn't work. Okay, we still have to do it this way, I think. Yeah. Sap 1. When do I ever want to do that? I'm just going to do this instead. We sack a Train Steward and I play a Virion middle. It's a lot of stuff. It does a pretty good job here, doesn't it? We're going to put the Alpha Fiend brother down. That's cool. There he is. Alpha Fiend man getting 5 billion stats. I'm going to greed here. This is weird. I feel like I need to play the Virion's middle here. I guess I can Miraculous Recovery to get rid of the Ember Drain. That's cool. Sure. Seems acceptable. Alright. We're going to go ahead and sap this guy in the back down to nothing. Great. Fantastic. I'm going to self-ping my own guy out. Fantastic. I'm going to vent upstairs because I would like to not lose. Yeah, great. Just get harvested out. Seems legit. Okay, cool. This seems bad. I've done something terrible. I think Steelworker is wrong here. As weird as this is, I just genuinely think Steelworker is the mistake. Alright, yeah. Steelworker's bad. It's weird, but I need this initial scaling from my guy. So, Steelworker is causing a crisis because it means I can't actually fit my dude, right? I can't play my carrier. So he's like Morsel Maker, but worse, right? The fact that I've had this Steelworker has ruined my run, essentially. So, how do I... Is there any way I can get carrier on this floor? No, right? I have to just not play carrier. Okay, that's terrible. Got it. The boy lands. We give him a Virion. I'm going to get rid of his debuffs. I mean, I can't afford to go after money at this point. I think it's wrong. Virion, good. Rage Imp is a nice touch. I'll give you that. Self-ping here. I don't need a self-ping. Fair. I want him to trample, so we let this ride. And I vent middle instead. Okay. Yeah, his trample is actually pretty important here, right? And we only take 2. Okay. Promising. Swarm tactics. We big bomb this guy. I play the Train Steward for scaling, and then we vent here. Okay, he's going to hit me twice, which sucks, but is acceptable potentially. Virion, Virion, Rage Imp, Swarm Tactics. And I think we vent here. He hits me twice, but I'm not out yet. Okay, I'm alive still technically. Alright, we got Carrion on the floor. Alright, Carrion has arrived. That's straight up. Carrion has arrived. Carrier has arrived. Oh my god. No, his name's not Carrion. Oh wow, it's straight up the thing from... It's straight up incredible, actually. Alright, we finally reached the point where I think we can actually do this successfully. Hit that vent downstairs. Let him cleave. Let him cleave. Alright, self-ping. Self-ping. Fantastic. We did it. Hit Virion. Alright. Miraculous recovery, I guess. Sure. Let's sap the boss. That seems good. We heal the lad. I drop vent. Okay, we lived. I have to remove Steelworker. He's a bait. Got it. Alright, sympathetic visage. Alright, the enemy does nothing. I am too mighty. I'm too powerful. Okay, good job. We did it. Good grief. Good grief. What a run. Alright, we're getting there. 54 damage taken. Don't look at that number. Alright, don't look at that number. It's not important. Specimen catalog. I don't have any payouts for Ember, so this is pointless. Deal 2 damage to enemy units for each friendly unit spawned in this battle. This is probably pretty good, but it's also probably just worse than Vent. I mean, if you think about the numbers, after 15 units, it's as good as my Vent right now with the plus 30. But the nice thing about Vent is it costs 0 Ember, and it's already got holdover, so we're skipping that. Fine. What is this? Inferno? I'm tempted. You think I'm kidding. I'm clicking Inferno. It's a good card, alright? Now, I might need health. I might need health, if I'm being honest with you. It's a fair point. 8 health is pretty low walking into the Divinity. 28, a little better. The magic shop is unhelpful. I'm gonna go to the right. I need these removals. Give me like... Oh yeah, precious plating. I was just thinking that. Absolutely. 48 health feels pretty decent. Alright, Steelworker brother. I didn't realize how bad you were for this run until I found out how bad you were for this run. I need you to go away, my friend. Go away. I need to somehow... Diligent is gonna be a nightmare. Diligent's gonna be so bad. Goodbye, Steelworker. Okay. Alright, look. Diligent will be a problem. Resonant Shard, Scorching Restraints, Pyre Wall is 30 health. I'm considering it. I am considering Pyre Wall. Man, if only I hadn't gotten quick. I was over here thinking I was being huge-brained, but then I realized a little too late that the recombinant viruses are straight up invincible. Let's take this Pyre Wall. I'm desperate, and it's worth 38 armor because of Railhammer. So that's cool. Anything in this temple that I really want? A spell chain? Not really. 10 in piercing. It's not particularly effective. I'd rather just not upgrade enemies into elites, honestly, and then as a result just kind of let it ride. The dupe here might actually be Feverish Response. It's pretty decent. Now that I've finally figured out why you would want to hit your own units, because your own units are impossible to kill otherwise. We already are going to have plenty of sap here. I'm not concerned. So, yeah, I'll take the 5 shards to get another Feverish Response. It's a pretty efficient card. We're going to cut... what? Yeah, Virion? Possibly. No, they're efficient for later. They're also good for Diligent in general. I'm just going to drop a Train Steward, I think. Fine. Okay. We're going to drop another Train Steward. Fine. I know it kind of hurts the swarm tactics, but I need to draw my cards faster, so chill. Spell Chain. I don't think that does anything for me, right? It's an extra 1 unit spawned. What is 4 space doing for me, though? Nothing? I overstack anyway. Space is such a... This is such a weird card for this clan. Everything is about overstacking, right? I mean, now granted, some of the units are big, so fair, but... Is this 10 in piercing doing anything for me? No. I can't believe I removed Railhammer Steelworker with a plus 50 because it's so gruesomely bad for this run. I think we're going to chill. 130 out of 100, we're just going to pray that we get there. I have ruined this run, I think, on so many levels. The quick was wrong. So many problems. This is the worst combination of possibilities. The Gilded Wing getting upgraded because I need to play upstairs here. Yeah. Wickless Baron is an interesting pickup. We're going to Torch Curse Boy so that I can Feverish Response and then shoot myself. Neat. Great. Fantastic. Okay. Priorities. Just Inferno bottom floor. And then what? Sympathetic emesis. Behold, reserved. They get sapped. And then the sap what? Wears off immediately? Fantastic. It's Monster Train, baby. We waste the Virion because it won't let me play it. Oh my gosh, come on. Alright, we'll play it downstairs just so I can shoot my own guys. Basically. It's actually ridiculous. I have to shoot my own guys so I can spawn my new guys. Am I really leaking this many dudes? Seriously? Woof. Alright, buds. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I'm gonna do it. I'm taking what, like... Gosh, it's gonna be a lot of damage. Definitely think... You think Carrier in the back is better? Doesn't matter. Doesn't change anything. Right. Got it. Cool. Self-mutilation. Viral outcropping is useless. Great. Excellent. Fantastic. Literally cannot play this card. I need to self-torch very badly. It's truly awful. It's really rough. We're going to kill this guy in middle, actually. Then I'm just going to play a fledgling imp, and I guess we chill. I don't even know what to do. This is wild. Alright, at least he hits twice. Fantastic. He's doing his best, okay? Brother is doing his best. Cool. Alright, this guy walks up and hits me for 20. That's just the name of the game, I guess. Cool. That's Monster Train. We're stuck here until we are blessed with something that answers our dilemma. Shoot a man. I'm actually just dead here, believe it or not. Oh man, come on. This is such a frustrating run of Monster Train. My guys won't die. It's rough, okay? What we're dealing with here, it's rough. Putting him in front and back, it doesn't matter. I don't even know what to say. Here's the deal. What if I just take the curse and shoot the guy that's scarier so that we maybe trample out? Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I wish I could have done more work there. I honestly wish I could just Inferno top floor. That would be cool, in fact. Alright. I'm thinking you go self-mutilation, swarm tactics, vent downstairs. I want this mid-floor guy. He doesn't live. It's fine. It's funny, but fine. Self-mutilation. Okay, here's the deal. I don't want to burn a torch, but I think I have to, so I can then play the Virion, which lets him trample the whole floor. I can then kill a unit. We vent downstairs to get rid of that curse that's coming up, and he has trampled a sizable amount through this floor. Alright, that's an improvement. Okay, great. Now, I need to burn a card, so we're just going to sacrifice Miraculous Recovery, sure. So I can shoot my own unit, sap the boss. There's no reason to do anything here because he's going to gain the stats from just simply existing. We're going to vent middle because I think I'm concerned about this big 290 guy. Alright. Okay, we're looking fine. We hit ourselves with torch. Honestly, optimal actually. He's dying to carrier. Never mind. Let's... I still do think I hit myself with torch here. But I do that so I can vent bottom floor instead, pretty much. Play out the fledgling imp first, then vent bottom floor. Feeling respectably good about that. Good. Fine. Brother is trampling. Burn a feverish response. Unfortunate, but necessary. Burn that Virion. Vengeful Shard and vent here. Okay. I take a bunch of damage, but I'm not out yet. Okay, we're maybe making it. I think I do need to self-ping so I can Virion And then I think I just straight up vent here and we clear this out. Barely? Okay, barely is right. Good grief. All right, here we are. How am I feeling? Poor. We go and burn room for growth here. Great. So I can get swarm tactics out. And I think we're chilling. I played that in the wrong order. I could have gotten, what, +1 more damage there by playing the imp first. Let's go ahead and vent middle and get rid of the curse. Top floor, he is trampling efficiently. Okay, alright. Are we alive? Maybe. Maybe we are alive. Let's go ahead and sap the boss. I have the other one coming up. True. Let's actually... Virion first, right? Get it out of there, then we sap. I might redraw it. I do not need the vent anymore. Alright, we win, right? We get through this in sort of shocking fashion. And then we sap the boss and we crush. We've lived. Okay, we did it. Absolutely terrifying, by the way. Unbelievable. Unreal. We made it. Now, Diligent should have been scarier, I think, than the Divinity. But good grief, I've been wrong before on this run. It's a good sap. I like the sap. I want to kind of, if I can hover him around like 2 damage, that would be, in my opinion, close to optimal. Sacrifice a Train Steward here. I will get rid of Ember Drain. Nice. That definitely can't be right. He finally, like, it updates the combat preview or something. I don't know. I'm going to sap the boss, though. It's fine. And then I'm going to blow up a dude downstairs, I think. Just kill him. Cool. Alright. Now, this should get better quickly, right? I think this should rapidly scale in my favor because they all get swept out. It's good that it happens. And then I get big trample numbers, and we feel good about ourselves. And then he spawns more guys, and we scale like 3 times faster than you normally would. Fantastic. I think the play here is I'm going to Inferno one of these floors. I kind of like the Divinity sweeping just a little bit. So I'm going to end my turn on this floor to give him the 1 sap, which is funny. Let's Virion. Cool. Scale or Inferno? I'm not doing a lot of damage. Let's Inferno middle. And then end your turn upstairs. Sap 1. They punch through. It stops a bunch of damage, but we get scaling. Great, wonderful, fantastic. This gives me an opportunity to do a lot of scaling here. Good. Let's blast out the front guy, and then blast out spikes. This next floor is our big test, right? It's our big test. Okay, Feverish Response is pretty great here. I'm going to be honest with you. That's fantastic. We blast a guy. I'm going to then Viral Outcropping here. I'm going to actually sap the Clipped Guardian in the back here. And then we're hitting him with a vent. Right? Hit him with that vent. Okay. He goes up and does some damage to Pyre. Alright. I would like Virion first, of course. Feverish Response. This pushes 75 through. It's about as good as I think we're going to get. Give him the swarm tactics and the vent. Am I dead? I don't know. It's what, 3 rounds? I think it's 3 rounds because of the way Contagion works. Ah, it's a bummer. Yeah, we're out. All right. Okay, try again. Try again. We're so close. I think we can pull it. I just need to... Oh, man, how do you... Is this just a little too slow? Not sure. What's the trick? Let's get rid of that Ember Drain. We definitely are sapping this boss here. 18. Husk Hermit passes away. That's okay. It's okay if Husk Hermit passes away here, right? I do think... Maybe I can optimize this a little more. Don't play the Feverish Response. Don't kill the enemy. This is only 230 here, right? So let's spawn things, right? Spawn stuff. Get rid of damage shields. Spawn stuff. Great, fantastic. Sacrifice the Fledgling Imp. Scale. Okay. That's fine. Alright, numbers. Number game, got it. Good floor. I wish to Inferno. Again, I think the right choice here is... Inferno is an important card. This next floor has 230, has a lot of health on it. It's got a lot of health on it. I think we do need to Inferno middle. I think there's really no way around it. It's just got too much health on it for where we're at. Okay. I think we gain more value from swarm tactics here. Now, unfortunately, I get absolutely slammed out there. It's unfortunate. I basically wanted to do that because it's a little more... What is the word? A little more of the scaling here, right? It just gets another little bit of a trample there, which is a nice perk, I think. I still think we have to play this the same way. But I think we have to torch downstairs for that guy. Alright. Can we squeeze this out? Maybe. Possibly squeeze this out. Vent? Nah, unfortunately we do not. Okay, so I think we need to be more aggressive in the beginning. This is crazy. This actually feels really weak by comparison, but part of this is learning the game, right? Play your man first, do the thing, get rid of the Ember Drain, sack the dude, Feverish Response. I don't actually... Do I need to sap here? What if I torch and then come upstairs and just do a single sap? It's interesting. I don't know if I need to do anything else. Play other cards, of course. We're going for full-on recombinant. I self-ping here to play the other recombinant. I Fledgling Imp. I Swarm Tactics. Reasonable, I think, right? Fine. So the nice thing is, he actually cleaves through all of these units, I believe, which is pretty cool. We're going to go ahead and we do Inferno middle. It's necessary. We're going to go ahead and Swarm Tactics here. We let the sympathetic thing do its job. He tramples through everything. It's a very efficient floor. Now, I wonder if it's perhaps more efficient of me to leave mid-floor alone. That feels wrong. Let him attack. He has a lot of armor. Let him attack into spikes. It's... If I don't generate the armor, it makes this floor a little easier, and he might actually be able to... He actually pops the first 2 units if I just torch the second guy. He tramples them both in a single hit. Right? Oh, it's almost there. He almost gets it. Hit him again. Now he hits all 3 with the first swing, gaining plus 15. That might be it, right? And what if we go Hornbreak bottom? Work on that guy in front. Interesting. All right, so thought process is what? I do wish to vent here. Unfortunately, the vent is drawn. So with that in mind, my play here was maybe not ideal. I do want to sap the Divinity here, I think. I think that's true. Viral outcropping is pretty efficient here. But you have to remember... Yeah, it's a pretty efficient play. I could sap out the guy that's walking upstairs, which is interesting. It's an interesting idea. I then take very little damage here, which is nice. I can then feverish response the boss, this next guy's floor, a little bit, which is good. And I... what? Torch him, maybe? This is what, 90-something here? 3 rounds, but he's vented. I mean, or rather, he's weakened. I'm trying to hyper-efficiently deal with this floor. He didn't do a lot to me, which is good. Okay. Vent him. Or what? Hit him with the swarm tactics. Can I get him in kill range? Is it possible? I get a real sick Inferno next floor. Can I win this combat here? Are you dead? Ugh. Alright. Gross. So close. Okay. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. There's a way through this. And this is not even a train wreck. This is just... this clan is weird and I've done a bad job, I think, is basically where it's at. We do need to blast this guy. I think we need to get rid of that Ember Drain. It's a priority. The Sympathetic Visage, like this thing, man, whatever this thing, Sympathetic Emesis is, I think, really good to play. I really want to get rid of this vent, though. We're going to have a chance to do it. I think we're going to have another chance to do it. It's fine. He just needs to do more than, 0 or whatever. It's fine. We can torch 1. It's okay. He's got it. Fledgling Imp out. Great. I sacrifice. I spawn a unit down there. It's fine. For the plus 10. Sure. Okay. Now that does mean that torch has to go there instead of elsewhere. It's fine, right? I must Inferno middle. I have no choice in the matter. I play a Virion. I chill. Okay. Right, you play Virion, Virion. I think we do need to plan around pinging this guy in front out. I'm not afraid of the redirector, though. So, let's work on the boss. Right? Fine. Okay, let's see. Now here, we can efficiently... We get the vent, that will be helpful. Okay, this helps a little bit. This guy is... doing a lot of work. I don't really know what else to say besides it's tough. I think I do need to vent here. We actually managed to push a pretty respectable number through here, only taking a little bit to armor. Weird redraw order. I think we go for sympathetic, sympathetic on the boss here, and then I play the swarm tactics, and we vent, and we hope for the best. Weird. Well, he got neutered. We got past him. Strange draw order there, but fine. I do wish to full heal my champion. Pretty cool. Push big numbers here, I think. It's good. I self-ping my guy so I can play a fledgling imp, which is pretty cool. Great news. Look at us go. All right. We're pushing 500 numbers now, which is big value. Let's vent here so I can vent again next turn. He sweeps a lot. Alright, I think we actually get there now. Right? I think so. You go swarm tactics, full heal. He sweeps everything, which is pretty good. Ideal, in fact. This is the trample you want to see, because he's scaling on each hit. And now we have it, right? Yeah, now we have it, in my opinion. You sap the boss. It's all good. All gravy. Pop one of these guys in the back. Downstairs, we're going to give him the pop for sure. Get rid of those curse boys, and we win this combat for sure. And now we crush. So I found the way through. I just had to sap that guy to oblivion, which is interesting. Okay, fair enough, man. Fair enough. And then we just go ahead and hit that vent button, and it's over. Alright, fair enough. We made it. Good grief. What? I would not have found that the first time through. This was a very difficult run, and it was only 130 shards. This clan is spicy. I do think I have some opinions on some of these cards. So, yeah. I think... Alright, let me go to the run summary. Oh my god, what does he look like? The super virus! He's the super virus. I can't wait. That's going to be fun. Fantastic. Alright, great job. Cool. Close out. I want to go to the run summary. I think, I'm going to tell you right now, whatever the interaction was on Vero Demonologist getting that space buff and Herschel's Anvil, that stressed me out. I was genuinely like betrayed. I was like, no, you did me a horrible one here. But no, it ended up working. It does seem like it works, it just doesn't update correctly. So that's weird. I don't know. I made this work. I kind of just feel like this should just give, I don't know. What if this just gave host units trample, right? Why does it have this weirdness to it, right? I don't know. There's something about that where I just think that it's like too complex and open-ended. I don't love it. What do we have? Let me see this. I haven't seen all of them. We have pathogens, hosts. Yeah, so far, just looking at this, both of the hosts here are good candidates for it, right? Neat. Apparently, there are a whole lot of units I have not seen yet, which is wild. But I haven't seen any of the rare units, so that's true as well. So there's at least 3 rare units. This is what, 1, 2, 3, 4 banner units. I'm missing 2 normal uncommons as well. So fair enough. And then presumably one of these is just like a non-banner unit. So, but yeah. So I think this should just be simplified down to not have such weird interactions out of clan. I don't know. It's like Gurg's Goad, right? Gurg's Goad gives demons multi-strike. It's really strong, isn't it? But it's well contained because it's only demon units. Great, fantastic. I don't know. Maybe we really love this. I don't know. I'm interested in what people think, but I would personally change this. What else do I feel? Carrier is good and bad. It's good, but you really can't take quick. All right, I learned this lesson. This is a misplay on my part. I should not have taken quick. I needed those things to get killed so that they could be respawned. It's a lot like Harvest in that respect, so that's something to keep in mind. I also think this suffers from all of the same problems that, generic Alpha Fiend suffers from, which is it's really slow, right? It would have been nice to jam multiples of these units on the floors, but unfortunately that's just not going to happen with this sort of a setup. That's, 8 space worth of setup that's just not happening. Vent is a good card. I figured, you know what? I get it. I'm on board with Feverish Response. Kill your own buddies. Got it. All right, cool. Fantastic. You can also just play it off floor. This card is fine. Yeah, this card is fine. I do think the deal 150 damage to your own friendly unit is weird. Why isn't this just like kill your front friendly unit and then do a bunch of damage to the target, right? Why am I doing 150? That just seems strange, but whatever, it's fine. The functionality is fine. Miraculous Recovery, well, it gets rid of Ember Drain. Cool. It did heal my carrier once, which was nice, so I like that. Let's see. The change to Virion to not kill the entire floor, interesting. I'm not exactly sure I understand why it behaves that way, but it does. So the problem is if you kill the unit that gets contagion, right? That's what's happening. It used to apply contagion to every enemy unit, right? Which I agree, way too powerful. What happens now is it's the front unit, but the problem is for like chump blockers, you're hitting the front unit, right? What if instead, in my opinion, this would be way better if this targeted the back unit, right? That's how I would have changed this. Target the back unit. Now, granted, I think contagion doesn't work the way you want it to with that, because it applies to the whole floor, but it goes front to back, right? Let's see if I can get the tooltip to pop up. Yeah. Gosh, how is this working? Okay, at the end of each turn, each unit with contagion applies contagion 1 to all enemy units. If a unit has contagion stacks at least equal to its health, it takes damage equal to the number of stacks it has. Okay, so I think this works if you apply it to the back enemy unit, right? You apply it to the back enemy unit. At the end of turn, everyone gets 1 contagion stack, and then you kill it, right? Yes, right? And then it kills, right? So this works. The Virion works, but only if you don't use it on a floor that also punches the front unit to death, is the weird thing. It's a very weird interaction. I think back unit would prevent this from being so self-antagonistic, but yeah, weird. Room for growth. Again, I basically just played this for a 1 summon. The space was irrelevant. I'm not sold on this card's need to exist, but it's fine, maybe. Right? It's a weird card. I don't think it actually helps the clan with how much overstacking it does, but maybe it plays better with the Exile Champion or something. I don't know. Sympathetic Me says this card is nuts. This card is fantastic. Absolutely incredible. I would have happily double stacked this. 2 of these at double stack, sap 20. Baby, we're good. That is plenty of damage reduction for the Divinity. This card is awesome. I think the reserve is fully unnecessary. It's weird and it doesn't really do much. It saved me like, what, 5 health on my front line, I guess? It really didn't matter. It's weird. Sap 1 on reserve, it just immediately goes away. It's basically just like a little bit of damage reduction. I think that's kind of weak. I don't exactly know if you want to do like Sap 2, but it's just the reserve feels pointless, right? I picked this up because it said Sap 5 to a target, and you could completely get rid of the second ability, and I would still pick it for the exact same reason. This card is ridiculously good. If I had seen a double stack, this would have been amazing. Absolutely crazy. Sap 5 is really efficient. Now, I don't think you necessarily need to nerf it. Maybe Sap 4 would be more appropriate, but I do think that you probably need to buff the reserve on this because this reserve is pointless. Viral Outcropping, 2 for 2. I mean, it's your starter card, but it summons a second guy. Okay, it's fine. I don't know if I agree with this being consumed, but I don't know. This just doesn't feel much better than your starter card is the problem. Like, why am I taking this? The only reason you're taking this is because I need the cultures and I run out of cards. So, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. It's basically your starter card number 2, which is, I don't know, not very inspired, perhaps. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you do here, right? I would make it do something, right? It should be a little more spicy, right? It's a card that you draft, that you hope it's good. This is like, think about, I don't know, like Root Seeds. Okay, Root Seeds is really good. We love Root Seeds. It's a great card, fantastic. And then, I don't know, something spicy like Razor Sharp Edge, plus 10 damage. Wow, look at that, super efficient. It doesn't draw a card. It's maybe not exactly 1-to-1. I'm trying to think of another good example of this. It's all over the place, right? Torch and Hornbreak, right? They're essentially the same card, but Hornbreak is a much more efficient and interactive version of Torch. We're always happy to have a Hornbreak. You know, this is just like, I'm not happy about this. I took this because I was hopeful that it would help, and I don't know. I think I could have just left it alone, honestly. But, yeah. Swarm Tactics got over-nerfed in my opinion. I do not mind 3 Ember here, but if it stays at 3 Ember, it needs to be a +2 attack. Or it goes back to 2 Ember and stays at +1 attack. Dealer's choice. One of the two needs to happen, though. It has been over-nerfed. This ended up being maybe okay by the end of the run. And that is not a great position. It's basically bordering on like Memento Mori levels of viability here, which is to say, sure, everyone tells me that you should take it sometimes when you have to harvest, but maybe it's not a very good card in practice. So it's good. It's good. I'm glad to have tried something different. This was a mega struggle, right? 130 shards. I had to reset so many times here. Absolutely wild, but it is what it is, so we take it. And anyway, there is my commentary. 2 hours long. You get a 2-hour modded banger episode. Good grief. All right, I'll let you go there. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this. If you made it this far, I don't know. We're going to talk about, what's the keyword here? I want you to say sympathetic emesis. Sympathetic emesis. What a weird word. But yeah, use that card's name in your comment and if you've survived my 2-hour modded episode. Woof. All right. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this if you made it this far. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.